Hello car lovers, driving the 2023 Toyota Prius Limited all-wheel drive. This is not the plug-in, this is the standalone hybrid. First, an overview. The 2023 Toyota Prius Hybrid is all new this year. The horsepower is up to 196 horsepower and the 0 to 60 time is now 7.2 seconds. And although it is inelegant getting there, Prius is now definitely a 7-second car. The roofline is 5 centimeters lower, Prius is 2 centimeters wider, and the center of gravity is 3 centimeters lower, and the low-placed battery contributes to this. It is a revolution. All-wheel drive is standard. Toyota has bet big on hybrids, and they have perfected it. These drivetrains are ideal for those that do less than 25,000 kilometers a year, and the batteries used for hybrids are usually 2% the size of an electric car. Any more mileage than that, you probably should go electric. These hybrids offer fuel economy at a reduced cost. Reduced cost, an all-equipped Prius with taxes in Quebec is $1,065 a month when purchased over 60 months. That is more expensive than the Model 3 I just bought when you include their government rebates. There are 2 models offered in Canada. XLE all-wheel drive has 19-inch wheels, 8-inch infotainment, heated leather steering wheel, Softex seats, and Toyota driving aids. The limited all-wheel drive, our tester, comes with JBL audio, 12.3-inch infotainment, 8-way power and ventilated front seat, fixed glass roof, digital rear-view mirror, front and rear parking assist, and heated rear seats. The interior build quality feels like an upgrade to business class versus the previous version. The exterior styling is much improved, though Prius is not perfect, and Toyota is late with this Prius. I was ready for this car 5 years ago. There is also now a lot of competition. We're back. So, what to say about this vehicle? Well, there have been significant improvements. It's a revolution, all right, for Toyota. So it's not an evolution, it is a revolution. Everything has changed. I can't recognize it versus the older car. So let's break it down. What's hot, what's not. We'll start with the exterior styling, which has greatly improved, which is extremely seductive and good looking from certain angles. From other angles, it is average. It's a mixed bag. It's longer, it seems. I don't know, I feel it's lower. And the rear 3/4, even the rear perpendicular from behind looks incredible. It's always crazy when you have like a nice rear end, you know, sometimes just that can throw you off and make you buy the car, right? So it's really a looker from that point. You have the convenience of a hatch, however, trunk space is extremely limited. And that's what I have to say about that. Rear seat now, sitting in back, sitting behind myself. I had space for my rooms, my body. However, my head was scrubbing. I'm 5'9" and I'm all lower body, so really taxing the shape, all right? Here in front, very taxing the shape. This drawn out windshield, which I'm holding my hand right here and I can put my windshield right here, just in between these hands, right? So it's really, I don't know, it's not happening for me. So this ergonomic screw up of the low, this is how high it can go. It can't go any higher. So it's too low to start with. And in my seating position now, it's blocking. Ross is taller and he said he fixed it so he could get it. I'm gonna bring the seat up. I'm gonna have to bash my head almost. This is not a natural driving position. It's no good. Now I can see the dash, but I mean, it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. And that's what I have to say about that. Everything else though, the quality, the general quality of what I can see here is very high quality. Wonderful steering wheel. These toggle switches for the climate control are top notch. I love it. So refreshing compared to my Tesla, for example, which is all on the screen. This giant infotainment is clear and easy to consult. This little dash, when I can look at it, which is not often, is relatively easy to consult. Though this space here is, I just banged my head. This space here is just, I don't know, it's not happening for me. The seats are surprisingly comfortable. The leather quality is very good. You do get ventilated seats, which is very nice. They've increased the power and now it drives like a normal vehicle. On the highway, it's much more quiet than it used to be, which is added luxury. So I was talking to Ross on the French version and I said, my goodness, I was ready for this car 5 years ago. And with the price increase, which is completely justified because they've added so much quality, it's in a fight, right? There's a lot of competitors in the hybrid segment. This is somewhat more premium than, let's say, the Hyundai Elantra. This is somewhat more premium than, let's say, the Toyota Corolla hybrid. It feels slightly upscale, all right, which many hybrids do not feel. But this one is also a bit more expensive. And Ross made the remark with the rebates, if you buy the plug-in hybrid, which is front-wheel drive only, it will cost you probably less than this vehicle. So you will save at the pump, you'll have range, even more. Though Ross has been getting 4.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which is kind of amazing. And don't forget that 5 liters, let's call it a 5 because I drive a little bit harder than Ross. 5 liters per 100 kilometers, that's on the highway and in the city. So if you do a lot of city driving, meaning Montreal and the greater Montreal area, you're getting 5 liters per 100 kilometers, where let's say an all-equipped Civic will get 10, 11, 12, 13 liters per 100 kilometers in the city with the traffic stop and go and all that. And don't forget now, because of our crummy infrastructure, and I can certainly feel it now that I live off island, you hear about it, but it's another thing to feel it when you're off island. Even on highway expanses where there is farmland, because our highway system is designed for half the population and they've never maintained it, you're sometimes doing stop and go traffic on the highway. So even if you live off island, you're going to benefit from the hybrid system. The hybrid system is designed for our crummy infrastructure. It is perfect. So that's a really added value, and you don't get the stress of winter range, you don't get the stress of battery management, you don't get the stress of, let's say, if you have a plug-in hybrid, like these people who buy these cars, sometimes they're maniacs, right? They're just trying to maximize fuel efficiency, letting go of the gas at the perfect occasion, putting it all electric when they're driving the city, and then turning the system off when they get on the highway. There's no such management in this hybrid. It's such a simple driving experience. So let's go over what's really good about this vehicle. The propulsion system, which is extremely complex. Well, you have the peace of mind that Toyota's been working on this now for the better part of 20 years and they've perfected it. So you have peace of mind. The winter driving is, you have peace of mind, right? This is all-wheel drive and it's a hybrid. So you don't have to worry about range anxiety or nothing, or it's not going to tax you that much either in terms of range. You have here a hatchback, which means you can store things. All right, you have here a heightened sense of luxury that is sometimes missing from others. You have here a generally attractive silhouette, though I find it's been overrated by the press. It has attractive angles, like rear 3/4, very attractive. Maybe from the front 1/3, not so attractive, average. You have here a general quality of driving. It feels much better, much more up to date than the previous version, which had very soft control weights. These are much more reassuring. When you raise and lower the windows, you feel the quality in the touchgear. What are the flaws? I would say that this vehicle is coming about 5 years too late. I would say that the rear trunk room is horrible. I would say the rear seat room for the headroom is horrible. I would say this front dash piece with the steering wheel is a catastrophe. I mean, I can adjust my seat to be up and then I'm in an unnatural driving position. The tilt telescoping steering wheel doesn't go nearly high enough, and anytime you have a comfortable steering wheel position, you're blocked off from the dash. So a major ergonomic flaw from such a seasoned manufacturer of cars. And those are my thoughts. So is it recommendable? Of course it's recommendable on the purchase. I mean, there's so much quality here. I mean, you buy it. I mean, if you like it, if you like the exterior styling, you like the powertrain, and you're comfortable sitting in the front of this car, then of course you should buy it. Can you lease it? Of course you can if you want. Well, why would you? You just might as well buy it. It's such a good car. And those are my thoughts. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well then of course, you should subscribe. And that is it.